MARC is the association of all the local governments, cities and counties in our greater Kansas City area. And we have formed what's called a complete count committee, working with local governments, with businesses, with community organizations and others to really try and promote the 2020 census. So the census is important to our community for lots of reasons. First of all, it determines our representation in Congress. We don't want to lose any members of the House of Representatives from either Missouri or Kansas. Second, it also affects our representation in Jefferson City and Topeka, and representation there is also important. Second, there are hundreds of federal programs that depend upon the population counts in the 2020 census to determine how much money will come back to our states and our local communities. In fact, it'll affect more than $600 million a year for the next 10 years if we have what's called an undercount, where a lot of our residents might choose not to participate. It's also important because community organizations, local governments, and others do their planning based on the population counts in their communities and their service area. And finally, businesses make investment decisions based on the population data. And if a neighborhood or a community loses population, it's less likely that a business is going to invest there. So responding to the census is important, as we've discussed, but it's also, think about it in terms of programs that your family might depend upon. It provides funding for school districts. It provides funding for programs like the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. It provides funding for health care. It provides funding for transportation, both bus transportation as well as to improve our roadways and bridges. So in many ways, the funding is very important. And again, it affects communities and neighborhoods if we have an undercount.